So I'm pleased to introduce the new and best product coming out of the iCamp Incubator, brainstormr. So essentially, brainstormr, come on. So essentially, brainstormr came out of quite a problem that is not unique to iCamp, but it's a problem that we definitely have. So essentially, that involves lots of people asking lots of questions. So, recently over this last year and a half, iCamp has experienced kind of exponential growth. So, with this exponential growth came exponential growth in customers, which resulted in, a lot more growth of, customer inquiries. Now, since this growth is really sudden, iCamp didn't really have the manpower or the time or, the resources to really respond to the flood of emails that we got last year. So that left us struggling to get back to people, and there had to be a lot of unideal initiatives to getting it done. So yeah, let me draw some attention to some numbers here. So as of now, we have 351,691 unique contacts. Now, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure my 5th grade math skills tell me that's a lot. So, with that many people asking questions, again, a lot of people it took, and really some problems we experienced was that the turnaround time really during the biggest, most hardest stretch of that marketing season, it was like averaged around like 3 days. It was 4 days, and that's not ideal as a company that's like growing and trying to really cultivate its reactions with its customers. So yeah, in order to cut costs and make things nice and easy, we devised a solution. So our proposed solution is just like, a lot of new stuff coming out. Why do I have to do it when I can make my computer do it for me? So yeah, way back then, what we thought was we're just going to train GPT, and it's this language model. We're going to train it to answer the emails for us because we are lazy. So yeah, essentially, GPT was the most advanced text generator on the market. Immense potential there. So we really looked at it and we capitalized on it. So the pro solution was simple. GPT will do this for us. Now, how we did it was a little bit more complicated. If Nina wants to take it all over from me and present, not even present here, I'm just going to show the screen. Nina, do you want to go ahead and jump in?
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm actually assigned to this slide, but yes, I can take it from here. So in the beginning, we had 3 main sub-teams. So one for the Chrome extension, one for GPT, and then one for front end. At the start, each team worked independently, and then around week 4 or 5, we started integrating everything together into a minimum viable product. So let's start from week 4, where everything kind of got off the ground. For a Chrome extension, we connected the GPT, we had polish and color, and on week 5, we integrated React, Next.js, OpenAI API, and Gmail add-on. And from there, we added tone, temperature options, and sync inputs to make it more customizable. And from there, we switched to new AI, start keyboard search algorithm. And on week 8, we installed new extension, continue integrating React. And week 9, which is last week, we inputted with rich text and settings page. For our GPT section, we sifted through data, experimented with fine-tuning. We continued testing fine-tuning and collected sample emails, but that didn't really work for us. So we actually switched over to using, I think, Prisma Studios and the knowledge base to do fine-tuning instead. Yeah, at week 7, we continued testing, and from there, we continued testing until last week, we had worked with Supabase. And on the front end, we started with React and set up the framework. On week 5, we added GPT-3 dashboard, SCSS, light and dark themes. And until week 8, we didn't have too many major changes. But on week 8, we had updated content and modified styles. And last week, we continued filling in text and other contents to make our web app more complete. And for backend,
sorry guys. Come on, sorry about that.
All good. On the back end, we experimented and researched API integrations on week 5. And on week 7, we created a Postgres DB, authentication, Docker image, and proxy servers. On week 8, we set up Docker files. And last week, we finished sifting through knowledge base and we worked on containerizing our product.
Right. So as we can see, that was a lot of text, a lot of words, and you guys, sorry if that was a bit straining, but to put things all into a nutshell, this product really tied together expertise from a lot of different sectors. So it did take quite a bit of work tying things together and making sure everything played nice with each other. So we really have Richard Laura to thank for that, keeping the team all nice, close together and on track. So yeah, thank you, Richard, for that. But yeah, so that was one of the main struggles that we faced. It was ensuring that everything was moving in a concurrent schedule and we weren't focusing too much on one thing because, a lot of our progress depended on previous preliminary steps being completed. So yeah, without further ado, I'm not going to keep you guys here too long. I'm going to pass it off to Ivan to begin the demonstration of our product.
Okay.
Might have to try resharing again.
Sorry about that. Okay, at this point, it's become like a weekly ritual.
There we go.
First of all, I want to apologize for my voice. I'm kind of sick right now, so I'm just gonna briefly go through this. So right now, here's the state of the extension. Basically, what we planned the extension for was to create a portable, easy way to access most of the features of the front end or the web app. And I believe that our team has done that. So the extension has most of the features of the web app. It lacks in some of the major larger settings, but for the most part, it does have a lot of the functionality that you want out of something to reply to emails to. So here's the major editor. You can see that it's rich text, so you can change the font, etc. You can add more paragraphs, change the font size. So basically anything you want to do to style your emails. And then you have a settings page where all your settings are. You have your language options. Right now there's only English. Your creativity, so like how formal or how elaborate you want the email to generate as. Your tone, you've got a lot here. You can choose any one you like. Email, use case, right now we just have an email. And then you can put your API key here so you can get responses. So right now we can try like typing in a basic email and pressing this will give you a response. Takes a bit, yeah, okay. So it will give you a response right here. It's saying like 7 p.m., but we can enter more specific information here. So the meeting will be at 9 p.m. Okay, so we have this, right? And it's going to pick up on this setting. And supposedly, it should give you, hold up, it's kind of finicky right now. It will give you a response based on the information you enter here. So it may take a few things. This is just Chrome kind of being laggy. The storage will take a bit to sync up. but it will catch up on your response here. Another thing is that this extension can save the information you have here. So like whatever setting you have here, it's going to keep here, and it's going to stay here even after you've closed the extension. So if you want to have a lot of emails you can respond to in a certain tone or in a certain creativity or drawing from certain information, you can have that here. Then you have to copy and paste, and then you can generate a response. So that's the main functionality for the extension. I'll pass it off to Richard to show off the web app.
Yeah, quick before that, I'd just like to really give a little bit of context. So essentially that was the second newest version of the extension. Right now, the extension faced a quick issue. We had a couple of new features that we're gonna have Richard demo in the web app, which we're now just mirroring onto the extension. So it's merely a cosmetic change, but all the underlying framework is there. So yeah, Richard, if you would mind showing them the actual, web app, that would be awesome.
Will do, no problem. I'm gonna screen share here. This is the screen. Can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, first we have this email to demo. We're gonna test this against, well, before testing anything. So right here, we can choose the options of different languages, the different tones of all these variety of tones, the different use case, and depending on the use case, will the number, will this button pop up and this button pop up? The use case right now is email. And right now, variant is one variant. The creativity level, you can choose any of these creativity levels.
Now, all that does is it translates into the temperature function of the GPT, if we can remember. So yeah, essentially, what I really want to highlight to you guys was that that little choose the amount, or like choose the AI camp keywords. So this keyword is like it's a really big abstraction from the actual work that went in behind it. In the end, we compiled almost a lot of the relevant data that customers ask about, and we took it from a whole bunch of different sources and compiled it into one database. And that database right now, for testing purposes, is in this database that we call Prisma. So it's Prisma Studio, and it's this SQL database that's like a nice cosmetic, really like face to the SQL database as opposed to other things. So that's where we really store these keywords. These keywords essentially give GPT, like when you click it behind the scenes, we give GPT all of the context that, let's say, involve the 1 week summer program, or for example, these scholarships or other things as this is offering about. So for this one, since you can see that John is asking about refunds for his son Josh, the user would probably choose the refund general information under the refund policies. Perfect. Summer camp refund policies, and we'll see what GPT responds with.
Oh,
So
no way.
here's, yep. Wait, who's talking?
Oh, that was me. I was just saying, oh, no way. That looks great. And then I realized that my forehead was on my camera, so you couldn't see me.
Okay.
But this looks great.
All right. Okay, if you'd like to show them the Prisma database, Richard.
Yes, as well. So right here, if I click on edit database, redirect me over here, the Prisma Studio database. Right here, we have the subjects, which the subjects is the keywords listed here. The information, this all can be slided down so you can see the entire information. we have the different keywords, and this updated column, every time I update any record, it would give a new update.
Right. So
Uh,
essentially,
yeah.
wait, sorry.
Continue.
Yeah. So essentially, we have this based on a cloud. We're hosting it. Everything is live, so we can have when our end users actually go in there and update it like they would a spreadsheet, right? They can add in variables, they can change stuff, and ideally that would reflect in the brainstormr extension. So yeah, while we're still ironing out a couple bugs and a couple of finicky things that were a result of us trying to polish stuff, yeah, that's the base functionality of it. So thank you for the demo, Richard.
No problem.
Now
I'm gonna pass. Repeat that.
No, sorry. Go ahead, Richard.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna pass it off to Eric.
Yeah, I'll share my screen, please. Is it? Okay, so some of the challenges we faced, so especially with Chrome and the extension, we had to do lots of UI and UX design revamps, and also fix some Chrome sync issues with React and many more issues that Richard and Ivan faced. In addition, we had some problems with Prisma Studio. For example, making an automatic keywords searching algorithm was a little complicated and had some problems, as well as trying to connect the Prisma database with the front end and with the Chrome extension was pretty complicated and took a lot of time. And I'll pass the rest off to Justin.
We also, just the idea of having a knowledge base, having some way to organize our information and have that be easily edited by pretty much anyone without like necessarily a barrier for technical knowledge was also something that was really important to us. And we had to restructure this multiple times and just go through the process of designing it, getting the information. And finally, for the backend, just organizing everything together. I know Richard spent a lot of time working on authentication and allowing that to be integrated with the Chrome extension. And all in all, we're really proud of what we finished and what we managed to become. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it back off to Ferris to conclude.
Yeah, right. So essentially those were the challenges for this week, but over the course of the entire development schedule, like I mentioned, the biggest challenges that we faced were more logistical than they were technical. And that was ensuring that everything was really working at full capacity at all times, because we had a lot of initiatives that were dependent on precursors that needed to be done, and there were roadblocks and constant changes. So what I think, aside from the routine technical difficulties that everyone has, that would probably be the biggest focus for teams to come, and especially if our team were to continue to work, would probably be to ensure that logistics of everything are designed so that they can be flexible. Because we had it in a way where small interruptions would kind of throw off the whole schedule, and that wouldn't be ideal. But other than that, the team worked extremely hard, and I can't say I'm any prouder. I can't say how proud I am to have had them these 10 weeks and put together this product that we've had. So yeah, thank you.